Okay, let's try this thing again. Take two. No one seemed to be responding before, so I thought I'd start the stream again. So it's going to be me watching Nightmare on Elm Street 5, Dream Child. That's if there's no more issues. So let's give it a go. I'm lined up on New Line Cinema screen. Pause there. And here we go, take two. I see there's one person waiting. Tell me about your day. Tell me about if you've been watching anything cool. Hopefully I can provide some entertainment for you. Since we're all on lockdown, we're all told to stay inside as much as we can. And I guess one good thing about that is it doesn't affect people like me, podcasters and what have you. And we live in the age of endless content when it comes to movies and TV and other stuff. So that's one good thing. So coming internet, anyone there? Anyone want to chat tonight? Hopefully there's no more problems. I'll see is that an issue? I'll see how this goes. If there's problems, I'll have to do it another night. It does seem to be jumping about a bit. Pardon me. Well, it's at least not saying it. Live chat isn't enabled, so that's one thing. Anyone around to chat? One person around I can see, but for some reason they can't, or they're not talking. No, it's not looking good, folks. Sorry about this. I will try again tomorrow night. I don't think there's any point in continuing. I see someone's popped up again trying to get on. I'll just wait a minute, but it's not looking too good, I'm afraid. If so, I will try again tomorrow night. I'll probably watch an episode of Desperate Housewives. Rock and roll. Hello. Oh, hi, Becca. How's it going? Is it working okay for you? Is it buffing in and out, or is it working? What's the staining got old, kind of? Yeah. Well, I stay in most of the time, to be fair, so it probably doesn't make that much difference. But it's obviously frustrating that certain things are going to be cancelled, and it's going to limit, going out and going to certain events and what have you. And obviously, some big movies are being cancelled, so that's quite frustrating. Yeah. And we'll just have to see how it works out in the next few months. I mean, as I said to you earlier on, my radio show's been kind of put back till they sort out something, maybe the possibility of doing it at home. We'll see. But yeah, it's frustrating when I think it's affecting pretty much everything. If it was certain things, but not others, it wouldn't be too bad. But yeah, it's a frustrating time. But yeah, as I said, it doesn't have to stop me doing this. So that's a positive. Yeah, weather's been a bit mixed here. Not too bad, not great. Live in a very changeable kind of area when it comes to weather. So assuming the weather is or the stream is going to be all right, I'll put the film on in the background and we can chat. Anyone else welcomed? Talk about your day. Talk about movies, TV. I was saying on the other one, I think. I don't know. I mean, Stephen Hopkins directs this, who's a very mediocre action director normally. Nightmare on Elm Street. 5. The Dream Child. Radio Silent. I mean, I think one or two others were trying to get on when the stream was buffing before, but hopefully we'll get some more throughout the night. Oh, these graphics, man! On the He directed some big movies, though. To be fair, he directed Predator 2. And he directed something with Anthony Hopkins, which was I think, Blow Up maybe, or something like that. Like an action type movie with Hopkins. I remember this one being terrible. It's the one with the baby. But we'll see how it goes anyway. I've seen it before, so. As I was saying before, Meta, I mean, I'm thinking of your Buffy board's name, but Becca, the first four in Nightmare on Elm Street films actually stand up pretty well. Like, even the weaker two out of the first four, they're still watchable and have some fun, like, trashy moments. And I think it's pre-Freddy becoming, like, too comedic. It still gets the right balance. And the first film and the third film are absolutely brilliant in different ways. So the opening four films hold up pretty well. And we start in the shower. This can never be good. Never go in the shower in a horror movie. Especially when it's the opening scene. Get with it, woman. It's alright. No, not yet. I mean, I was going to watch it before tomorrow because I review them on my radio show, but since the show got cancelled, then it didn't seem so pressing. But yeah, I'll probably check it out tomorrow or soon. And just to let people know. Yeah, I remember you saying it was good. I think the standard has gone back up again because I remember, I think it was episode 4 was pretty weak. And then there's been rough moments in like recent episodes, but I think they're back on track again, which is good. Oh, we're going very like post-apocalyptic with this look. This is like Mad Max mixed with Terry Gilliam, but not in a good way, folks. Fair play to these extras, though. They're doing pretty well for themselves. Good way to make some quick and easy money. Just wander around in dirty clothes, acting like madmen and women. Amanda Kruger? What to do? Could she be related to Freddy by any chance? So I watched the Peter Jackson King Kong earlier with my brother, looking for a movie to watch. Not too bad. Well, I like it mostly. It's definitely overlong, but it's a different take on the story and really really beautiful and moving in places. Scary too. Naomi Watts on good form. So good to rewatch, even if I think the first half of the film particularly drags a little bit before they get to the island. Yeah, don't go back in the shower, honey. You should have learnt your lesson from the first time. Oh, really? That's interesting. I guess that makes sense. Smart strategy. I can see why they would do that. Heard earlier in some movie news there's going to be a new Dracula directed by the director of The Invitation and Jennifer's Body. Really good horror director. Directed episode of The Outsider recently as well, so it's the writers of The Invitation as well. So with those people involved, I'm pretty excited for that new version of Dracula. Hopefully they do something a bit different with it. Oh, these kids. Such dicks. Yeah, I can see that because of the gothic sort of style. Not a bad shout there, Del Toro. Jesus, don't do that. I think the highlight of my day was that I ordered 3 books from Amazon and I got all 3 in a row today on the same day. So that's pretty cool. I love when I get new books and that through the post and just diving into them. I got a couple of yeah, I got a couple of TV themed ones, which I wanted to read anyway, but I can use them for my show, for future shows. I got TV the Book, which is these 2 critics. They've basically put together their top 100 TV shows, American shows, that is. And they've come up with a whole ranking system and structure, and they explain that. And they also list other shows worth noting in categories like miniseries. But they do a run through of each show on the list, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I think lists are always fun. They're even more fun if you disagree with them. I think if you agree too much with a list, they're probably not as much fun. So yeah, I got that, which should be a good read, and I got this, this kind of dictionary type book for TV. So a bit like you have film reference book, this is for TV. And there's been a lot of different editions of that. I mean, I just went for the cheapest edition because some of the more recent editions are quite pricey. So I just went for the 7th edition, which goes up to 99. So from 1945 to 1999. Lots of TV shows, many of which I've not even heard of. So gives me some ideas of other shows I can watch. And I also got Peter Funk's book, which I thought would be good to use when I talk about Columbo on my radio show, if I ever get there. So lots of hours of reading to enjoy. Oh, the sinister nursery rhyme, which signals Freddy's in town. Something bad's gonna happen. My brother's laughing uncontrollably at something in the other room. He goes home tomorrow. Things can return back to normality. This is a pretty nice shot of her looking around the park. Not that you can see it, Matt or Becca, because you're not watching, but very gothic. Speaking of gothic, you're missing out, Becca. I can't even remember who the lead girl is in this. I remember getting pissed off at 4 because they'd set up a really good lead character in the previous film that seemed perfect for to carry on in part 4, and then they killed her off quite early in part 4. It just pissed me off no end. No, you're just being an arsebacker. It's nowhere near that. Well, I guess it's nearly 10, but it's nowhere near 20. I mean, it depends how many you include in the series. Oh yeah, Amanda. That's her name. She said she's having Freddie's baby. I mean, basically there was 7 originally. I can't remember if that includes New Nightmare. If not, then that's 8. Oh, shut the fuck up with the religious speak. Oh. So there's 7 or 8 originally, and then they brought it back. Well, they did a remake of the original, which I've not seen. I'm guessing it's going to be shite. But who knows until I see it. And there's something I saw recently about them bringing it back again. Might have been Netflix, actually. I don't know if it's a series or a film, but we'll see. Anyway, the dog's in with my mum, so you'll have to meet the dog another night. Yeah. Fargo should be really soon. I haven't heard yet if it's been put back because of this whole C word. Apparently you can't say it on YouTube, you can't say the actual word. How bizarre. Pretty much done. So yeah, way too much. Yeah, I know. We'll let things rest. We'll let things rest.